Zhenghu, Chinese dissident and human rights activist.
Making a difference in your world.
From the balcony of his apartment in a northern neighborhood in Shanghai, Feng Zhenghu is trapped like a prisoner in his own home.
You could say I am not free, but sometimes I can go out for a walk. To say that I am free is not always accurate either, because whenever the word comes down from on high, I can't go anywhere.
Even before the World Expo began, along with its heightened security measures, Feng was living in a state of limbo. His situation intensified late last month when he launched an online critique of China's business capital and what he called his Shanghai Expo of unjust cases.
The cases are very typical and are an account of the persecution I faced while fighting for rights. They reflect some basic examples of problems in China regarding personal freedom, freedom of publication, freedom of search, internet freedom, personal freedom, and judicial inequities, all of which I've experienced myself.
Authorities quickly shut the online exhibit down and visited his home in the middle of the night and took him in for questioning. While he was at a local precinct, authorities confiscated his computers and any equipment that could be used to link up with the internet, giving little explanation or legal justification for the raid. It is not the first time Feng has gone head-to-head with authorities. Late last year, he gained international attention after staging a protest at Tokyo's Narita airport. Feng camped out at the airport to protest Chinese authorities' refusal to let him return to China. In February, after spending 90 days in the airport, he returned home. A month later, authorities began restricting his movements.
After all I've been through, I am still smiling and laughing.
An economist by training, Feng prefers to laugh about his persecution than get angry. When he was jailed from 2001 to 2004, allegedly for breaking Chinese publication laws, he says he learned the importance of understanding the country's legal system.
From that point on, while I was in prison, I began studying and gaining an understanding of all of our laws. It was then that I started to realize that those of us who are political or involved in politics cannot do anything without understanding China's laws. If you don't, then you are just pitting one ideology against another, clashing one belief with the next.
In Shanghai, Feng has made a name for himself, helping those who have been forced out of their homes in China to voice their objections to the government. To make way for the World Expo, authorities here have evicted thousands from their homes. Still, Feng says he is full of hope for China's future and believes that the country has passed a point of no return because of the establishment of its legal systems.
When I look at China, I don't think about whether I've been put in jail this day, under house arrest the next, or whether the day after that, authorities release someone because of pressure from the United States. I don't base my views of what is good or bad for China on these things.
Feng says China is changing and is confident that after economic liberalization will come the liberalization of personal rights. Feng stresses that he has never called on anyone to oppose the government or the Communist Party. What he wants is for authorities to carry out the laws that are already in place.
For me and for the rest of the public as well, there is only one thing we need to do to change China, and that is to overcome our fear, the fear that is in our hearts, and insist on the truth in life.
For his part, that is what Feng is trying to do, to use the law to fight for his rights and for the rights of others. A struggle that must be taken one step at a time. I'm William Ide for VOA's Making a Difference in Shanghai.